Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I want to talk to you today about something serious, something real. See, we live in a world where people think everything is just fashion, just a trend, just self-expression. But what if I told you that some of the things you put on your body are not just fabric and metal? What if I told you that they hold a spiritual weight, that they open doors you don't even realize you're walking through? Now, I'm not here to scare you, I'm here to wake you up. Because whether you believe it or not, whether you accept it or not, there are forces in this world beyond what the eye can see. And some of the things we wear, some of the things we put on with no second thought, they attract darkness, they invite spirits, they bring energy into your life that you don't want. So tonight, I'm going to give you the truth straight up. No sugarcoating, no apologies. Here are 6 things you need to know before you put that chain around your neck, that ring on your finger, or that symbol on your chest. Let's get into it. You see a cool pendant, an edgy t-shirt, or a mysterious looking ring, and you think nothing of it. It looks stylish, unique, maybe even rebellious. But the real question is, do you know what that symbol means? Do you understand the history behind it, the energy it carries, or the doors it might be opening in your life? Because let me tell you something, in this world, not everything is just fashion. Some things are invitations. Some things have roots in places you don't want to be connected to. There are symbols out there that have been used for centuries in dark rituals, secret societies, and occult practices. Some of them are so deeply ingrained in spiritual warfare that just wearing them can be enough to attract negative forces into your life. You might not believe in it. You might not think it matters, but trust me. The unseen world doesn't care about what you believe. It operates whether you acknowledge it or not. And the enemy, he's not showing up with horns and a pitchfork. He's showing up in what looks trendy, what looks innocent, what looks like just another accessory. Take, for example, symbols like the pentagram. You see it on jewelry, on clothing, in pop culture. Some say it's just a star, but its origins go back to witchcraft, demonic rituals, and dark invocations. People wear it without understanding that in many traditions it's used to summon spirits, to open portals to things not of this world. And yet because celebrities wear it, because designers put it on their latest collections, people walk around with it on their chest, around their neck, completely unaware of what they're representing. Then there are the all-seeing eye symbols, the ones you see everywhere, from dollar bills to fashion brands to music videos. People wear these thinking they look cool, like they're part of some exclusive trend. But do you know where that symbol comes from? It's linked to secret societies, groups that have long operated in the shadows, influencing culture, power, and spiritual warfare. When you put it on, when you align yourself with it, you may not realize that you're agreeing to something spiritually. Let's not forget about ancient runes, sigils, and markings that have been used for centuries in rituals. Some of these are meant to invoke spirits, to bind energies to a person or place. Now, someone slaps it on a t-shirt and it becomes fashion, but that doesn't change what it represents. That doesn't erase the intent behind its creation. The thing about spiritual warfare is that it's subtle. It doesn't always show up in an obvious way. It moves through culture, through trends, through things that seem harmless. It's why people wear these symbols without realizing that they're aligning themselves with something much bigger than just fashion. Because at the end of the day, ignorance doesn't make you immune, it just makes you vulnerable. Jewelry can hold power. More than just decoration, more than just an accessory to complete an outfit, it carries energy. Some pieces are beautiful, crafted with precision, embedded with precious stones. But beauty does not always mean purity. Some jewelry has a history far darker than what meets the eye. Some of it has been prayed over, but not by the kind of hands you want. Some have been passed down through generations, holding on to the struggles, the burdens, and the spirits of those who wore them before. Others are brand new, yet they come with a weight, an attachment, something unseen but deeply felt. People wear rings, bracelets, amulets, and charms without questioning where they came from. They don't know who made them, who touched them, or what was spoken over them. But just because you don't see the energy doesn't mean it's not there. In many cultures, jewelry is more than fashion. It's a tool. Some cultures use it for protection, while others use it to bind people to spiritual forces. Some are infused with intentions, with prayers, with rituals that may not be aligned with the light. When you put on a piece of jewelry, you're not just wearing metal or stone. You could be carrying something far heavier than gold. There are markets, hidden to most people, where objects are sold not for their beauty, but for their power. Some rings have been used in rituals, passed through fire, anointed with substances meant to link them to spiritual forces. Some necklaces have been placed on altars, whispered over, given a purpose beyond what the seller will ever disclose. And once it's in your hands, once it's around your neck, on your finger, resting against your skin, that purpose continues. People have bought secondhand jewelry only to find their lives change in ways they can't explain. Sudden nightmares, an unshakable heaviness, strange occurrences in their home, arguments that seem to come out of nowhere, a shift in energy they can't put their finger on. And they never suspect that it could be coming from something as small as a bracelet, a pendant, a ring that once belonged to someone who dabbled in things far beyond their understanding. Then there are those who receive jewelry as gifts, never questioning the intent behind it. Not every gift is given with love. Some come with attachments, with unseen contracts, with spiritual ties that can affect your energy, your peace, even your destiny. Some people don't realize that an object given in jealousy, in bitterness, in secrecy, can carry the spirit of the one who gave it. And when you wear it, you carry a piece of that energy with you. It's not just about what the jewelry looks like. It's about what it has been exposed to, what it has absorbed. Every material, gold, silver, gemstones, can act like a sponge for energy. Just as an object can hold sentimental value, it can also hold spiritual weight. And if that weight is dark, if it carries something unwanted, it doesn't leave easily. Some jewelry has been cursed intentionally, used in rituals to bind people, to bring bad luck, to ensure that misfortune follows the wearer. And those who don't believe in these things, that disbelief doesn't protect them. If you carry something with a purpose, that purpose remains, whether you acknowledge it or not. Many people don't realize they're struggling under the weight of something they put on themselves. They think it's just life, just stress, just coincidence. But in many cases, the energy they're carrying comes from something much deeper, something unseen. When people remove certain pieces of jewelry, they suddenly feel lighter. The nightmares stop. The arguments lessen. The strange occurrences fade away. But they never thought to look there in the first place. Spiritual warfare doesn't always come in an obvious form. It's not always a shadow in the night, a loud warning. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it slips into your life in the form of something beautiful, something gifted, something you never questioned. And once it's there, it's not easy to shake. That's why discernment matters. That's why you have to be careful about what you put on, what you bring into your home, what you accept into your life. Because not everything that sparkles brings light. You ever see those shirts mocking faith, logos that twist scripture? They make it look cool, like it's just a joke. But words have power, more power than people realize. And when you put something on that disrespects God, you're aligning yourself with that message. You're giving permission for that negativity to be part of your life, whether you mean to or not. People wear clothing with words and images without truly considering what they mean. They pick up a t-shirt because it has a bold design, a catchy phrase, or a brand name is popular. But not everything fashionable is harmless. Some clothing lines are built on the very idea of rebellion against God. They twist scripture, mock holiness, glorify the opposite of righteousness, and people wear it like it's just another outfit, not realizing they're walking around as a billboard for something dangerous. There are shirts with messages that openly mock Jesus, that take verses from the Bible and turn them into something perverted, something dark, and because it's sold in a popular store, because a celebrity wears it, people don't think twice. But just because something is mainstream doesn't mean it's right. Just because something is worn by the rich and famous doesn't mean it's good for your soul. Clothing like this carries an energy, a spirit behind it. It represents something. And when you put it on, you're saying, I stand with this. Even if you don't say it out loud, even if you don't believe in it, the message still carries weight. Think about it. If someone wears a shirt with a political slogan, people assume they believe in that message. If someone wears a band's logo, people assume they support that band. The same applies to faith. When you put on something that mocks God, something that glorifies the enemy, you're signaling where you stand. And whether you realize it or not, whether you mean to or not, you're opening a door. The enemy works in subtle ways. He doesn't always come in an obvious form. He doesn't always show up with a clear attack. Sometimes he moves through culture, through trends, through things that seem harmless on the surface. He makes darkness look fun, makes mockery look like humor. And people fall for it, thinking it's just fashion, just a style. But would you wear something that insults your family? Would you put on a shirt that degrades your loved ones? If not, then why wear something that disrespects the God who gave you life? Words are not just letters on fabric. They hold meaning, they shape atmospheres. The things we wear, the messages we carry on our clothing speak louder than we think. It's why companies spend millions on branding, why movements use slogans, because words influence the mind, the spirit, and the world around us. And if you're constantly surrounding yourself with negativity, with mockery, with rebellion, then that spirit follows you. Some people wonder why they feel heavy, why they struggle with peace, why their energy seems off. They don't realize that what they're wearing plays a role. When you dress in something that aligns with darkness, you invite that darkness into your life. It's not superstition, it's spiritual reality. If your clothes carry a message that goes against God, that's the energy you're walking in. That's the presence you're inviting into your space. It's deeper than just fabric. It's deeper than just fashion. Every culture, every society, every movement understands the power of symbols and words. It's why military uniforms have insignias, why religious garments have specific designs, why certain outfits are worn for specific ceremonies. Clothing isn't just about covering the body, it's about representation. And if that's the case, then what are you representing? What are you promoting without even realizing it? The world will try to convince you that it doesn't matter, that it's just a joke, just a trend. But the truth is, nothing is just anything when it comes to spiritual matters. The same way people wouldn't wear clothing with hate speech, the same way people wouldn't promote something that offends their personal values, is the same way believers should be mindful of what they put on. Because what you wear speaks before you do. And when your clothing carries a blasphemous message, when it mocks the very foundation of faith, you're speaking, even if you don't say a word. It's time to be intentional, time to think before putting something on. Because whether it's a joke to the world or not, it's not a joke to the spirit. And when you carry messages that go against God, don't be surprised when you feel disconnected from it. You ever see those shirts mocking faith? Logos that twist scripture, they make it look cool like it's just a joke, but words have power, more power than people realize. And when you put something on that disrespects God, you're aligning yourself with that message. You're giving permission for that negativity to be part of your life, whether you mean to or not. People wear clothing with words and images without truly considering what they mean. They pick up a t-shirt because it has a bold design, a catchy phrase, or a brand name that's popular, but not everything fashionable is harmless. Some clothing lines are built on the very